John Beaudin, Rock History Book. How are you? Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a nice weekend. And if it's your birthday, if it happens to be August 8th, I'll love you a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. If you know someone whose birthday is August 8th, make sure you share this video on their timeline. They'd appreciate it because, as we say every day, so much stuff happened on their birthday. So there you go. Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for joining me. Just waiting for it to... There we go. I've just launched... I have to launch it on my own iPad and so I can see what I'm doing. There you go. August 8th, 2022. This day in history, it's the day we lost the Rhinestone Cowboy, Glenn Campbell, of course. Metallica's first single. It flopped. It just didn't chart anywhere. Like there was zip. That happens. They're just starting off. Kind of turned out okay for them. Also, the Beatles pose on Abbey Road for, of course, Abbey Road. Billy Joel's drummer Liberty DeVito, it's his birthday today. Also, Billy Joel released An Innocent Man on this day. Madonna goes #1 again. So does U2. And Xanadu gets killed by the critics. What do they know? Well, recently, Xanadu was on TV. I don't know where I was. I was at a stereo shop. Oh, yeah, Best Buy. And they had Xanadu on one of the TVs. So I stopped and I looked and I went, well, it can't be that bad. And I'd seen it before, but you forget because you see it and you go, I don't even think I got through it. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, wow, this is really a deep vacuumous hole of emotional need ready to suck the life right out of you. Just saying because it's true. Anyway, hi everybody. Sue Bailey. Hi, Sue. You rock. Getting on here so fast. Appreciate that an awful lot. Thought I'd wear a shirt today before we start, right? If you want to help the channel, there are links. We're trying to buy a new computer. We need your help. There are links at the very top of the description of this video. Right at the very top. Anyway, are you ready to rock and roll? I think I'm ready. Always ready on Monday. We always hit the ground running. 1942. Oh, I forgot to load my pictures. They're not even in here. 1942. J. David Rocker for Dr. Hook. Medicine Show was born in 1949. Arian Love, American singer, Stylistics, 16 bars. Liberty DeVito was born on this day. Liberatory. There you go. It's his real name. Liberty DeVito, we've had him on this channel. He is just such a great human being. To have on here and to hang out with Liberty was just, Shannon and I interviewed him one night when we first started doing, not on this channel, our sister channel, Friday Night Live. Anyway, yeah, he was born in New York City. What a great drummer he is. And it was part of that patchwork of the early Billy Joel stuff. Dennis Perrin, I didn't check my phone over the weekend. Robin Crosby, August 4th. Hi, John. Hey, Dennis. Thanks for coming on. So, let's continue. I forgot to load my pictures, so no pictures today. You're just getting ripped off today. Ali Score in 1955, British New Wave band drummer Flock of Seagulls. He was with them from 79 to 86. Of course, I Ran So Far Away, a very popular song. He was born in Beverly, England. 1956, Chris Foreman, British pop ska guitarist for Madness. Remember, Our House in the Middle of the Street. Let's do a singing section of Today in History. No, I agree with you. No. He was born in London. In 1961, The Edge, great guitarist. Some people used to say he was overrated. No, he's not overrated. And U2 also went #1 on this day. We'll get to that in a second. He was British-born guitarist, born in London, England. In 61, Ricky Rockets, Rickard Reams, American drummer for Poison. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. That's kind of like a cowboy metal song, ballad thing. In 73, Scott Stapp of Creed. He's a singer a lot of people love to hate. He's said in the past some controversial things. Has been known to, I'm just saying, sometimes not click this in before he clicks this in, but I think he's been okay for the last few years, hasn't he? 1976, C.J. Chazez. I don't know NSYNC that well. American singer. He was born. Drew Lachey, 1976, from 98 Degrees. Okay, Nick's his brother. In 1998, Shawn Mendes, good Canadian boy. Canadian singer-songwriter. He was born in Toronto. We lost some people. In 1989, Irv Kotler, American session guitarist and drummer. He played with Frank Sinatra an awful lot, Dinah Shore. He died of a heart attack. He was 71 years old. In 2013, Cowboy Jack Clemens is writer with Johnny Cash. He died of liver cancer at the age of 82 in Nashville, Tennessee. And the Rhinestone Cowboy, in 2017. I'll tell you a little story. We lost Glenn Campbell. Someone close to the family had told me that Glenn wasn't doing really well. And we love your obituaries and your tributes and your videos. And I went, well, thanks. And they said, well, maybe you want to do, you might want to get ready for this one. And I went, really? Oh, okay. The newspapers write obituaries, when the staff are just, they don't have to, when it's a slow news day, a lot of times newspapers will get their staff to write obituaries. So when it happens, they'll be ready, right? Why not? But it's kind of in bad taste a little bit. I kind of go, so I thought, should I do it? And then Shannon says, no, you should do it. You love Glenn Campbell. You like Jimmy Webb. You recorded a lot of Jimmy Webb songs. Why don't you do it? So probably under a year before Glenn Campbell died, I had the video locked and loaded. It was ready to go. It was a nice tribute. I spent a lot of time on it because I could. So months go by, nothing happens, and I kind of forget about it. And at one point, we're in the middle of a highway going from Vancouver to Penticton, BC, British Columbia. We have the AM radio on, and it comes on the AM radio because we couldn't catch FM radio because the internet was so bad, or we're in the middle of nowhere, not internet, but radio. And then we find out Glenn Campbell died, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even put it on. And I went, ha, karma! Shouldn't do an obituary before the poor man dies. So anyway, I could only do it by the time I got home. It was like 4 hours later, but it was a nice tribute. So there you go. Glenn Campbell died. He was 81 years old, long battle with Alzheimer's. By the time I get to Phoenix, Rhinestone Cowboy, Gentle on My Mind, Southern Nights, Wichita Lineman, another one of those Jimmy Webb songs. Songs in an album, 1983, Metallica, as mentioned, their first single, Whiplash, was released on Megaforce Records, and it wasn't a hit anywhere. Got some airplay, though. In 1983, Columbia Records releases An Innocent Man. That was the first Billy Joel album I did not like. And now I listen to it because it's part of my patchwork, because it was a kind of a duo. It was a tip of the hat to the 50s. And I wasn't a big fan of that stuff. It was a ninth studio album, but I like it more now. 1992, Madonna reaches number one again with This Used to Be My Playground. Remember that song? There was a few Madonna songs I didn't mind. I never really liked her music, but I mean, she's Madonna. Needless to say, she's done okay. 1994, Notorious B.I.G. releases the debut solo single, Juicy. In 95, Gangster's Paradise was released by Coolio. I like that song. Billboard's Song of the Year in 1995. In 1987, U2 released their second American number one hit. I still haven't found what I'm looking for, from the Joshua Tree. It's still my favorite U2 song. Hence the name. There's sort of a longing, it's sort of a lament song, right? And at that time in 87, I was going through a divorce. I still hadn't found what I was looking for. And it was kind of an anthem. And it became an anthem for a lot of people who were still looking for that partner or that job or that meaning, whatever it could be. And it still stands up today. It's a great tune. 1998, the Spice Girls had a UK number one single with Viva Forever. I remember that song. Their seventh UK chart topper. And then Brandy and Monica were number one in the US charts with that boy, The Boy Is Mine. I remember that. I used to play it a lot on my radio show. Not because I wanted to, but, it wasn't a bad song. 1966, in response to John Lennon's remark that the Beatles were bigger than Jesus, remember that? People were burning records. The South African Broadcasting Corporation banned all Beatles records. And on this day, Beatles released Revolver. Spent 77 weeks on the Billboard chart, peaking at number one. Revolver and Rubber Soul are those two albums. We talk about this a lot on this channel. That separated the young Beatles to the more sophisticated Beatles that eventually broke up. In 1969, the Beatles were photographed by Ian McMillan crossing the road at EMI Abbey Studios, Abbey Road Studios, EMI Studios. 1980, the fantasy musical, oh, it was bad, Xanadu was released. Gene Kelly, Olivia Newton-John, and but the soundtrack did really good, thanks to ELO and thanks to Magic. 1991, Carlos Santana pleads no contest to a marijuana possession charge. 1992, Metallica singer James Hetfield suffers second and third degree burns because of pyrotechnics on stage at Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Two more. Amy Winehouse overdoses in 2007. I know I went on the other day about how pretty she was when she was coming to the scene, but she really was. And it exemplified that music. I mean, that album, that hit album, was based on her bad relationship, just her taking her to the brinks. She had a mixture of alcohol, heroin, cocaine, ecstasy, codeine after a London pub crawl. And she was hospitalized, and it caused her tour to be canceled. And John Lennon's killer, Mark David Chapman, had his parole hearing delayed until early September. They wanted to gather more information. Of course, he was denied parole, as he should have been. But there you have it, today in history. I want to look at some of your... Blaze! Brother John! I used to watch Glenn Campbell, Leon Russell, Bobby Sherman on ABC program called Shindig. Yeah! They were the program session guys. Great work. God bless you, Brother John from Utah. Laura Mipsum. I'd like to say something smart and cute, but... Well, you can't have it. You can't be on every day, man. You can't have it on every day. Someone asked me the other day how many lights I have on when I do the live broadcast. You know those circular lights you can buy at Best Buy, or Costco sells them now? I have one here. You can see it's... I have one over on this side. So two, and one's on the green screen. I have a light on top of my DSLR camera, which you guys helped pay, by the way. You did. So thank you. So when you donate money to us, we always put it to equipment. And that's why we're trying to raise money right now we're 3/4 of the way to buying. And you've helped me a lot in this, buying our new computers. So I'm going to stop going on about this real soon, because soon we'll have raised the money. So thank you for anyone who goes onto PayPal and just supports us and gives us a small donation. The links are in the description of this page. And we have another normal light that's way up there. That's the light I usually have on. And of course, the upper lights for this small little room. It's just a tiny little yoga room where I have all my CDs and stuff. So there you have it, today in history. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. As you could tell, a lot of things happen on your birthday. If you know someone who's celebrating their birthday today, please share this on their timeline, and share this on rock groups if you're part of rock groups. A lot of folks want to help us. Just share it on your timeline if you can. It's kind of an interesting video. We stopped producing them because they take too long to produce, so we thought we'd go on live, and I like going on live. I like talking to you guys. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with us. That was it. That was your Today in History. A lot of things happened. To paraphrase, of course, we'll go the day we lost the Rhinestone Cowboy, Glenn Campbell. Metallica's first single did not chart anywhere. The Beatles posed on Abbey Road for the album of the same name. Billy Joel's drummer, Liberty DeVito, was born. They released The Innocent Man on this day as well. Madonna goes to #1 again, so does U2. And Xanadu gets killed by the critics. Share the video. Help support us. We appreciate it. All the links you need are in the description. We'll be back. I might be back today if something breaks for Rock History Music. I'm working on Jason Chef right now. We'll have a Jason Chef video on in the next half hour. Take good care of yourself. Love you guys.